Hello and welcome back to Bourbon Barrel Talk. I'm your host, Scott Minton. Today we are sitting down at Doc Crow's, and we are in a private tasting room area where we are sitting down with John Shoemake, and we also have a couple of special guests joining us at Doc Crow's today from Lucky 7 Distillery or Whiskey.
Spirits.
Yeah.
Spirits is the long name, and then just Lucky 7.
Lucky 7. Sure. Good deal. So we're going to do a show
Scott
today.
Is already 0 for 1. I just want everyone to keep tab of that. For the early podcasters, Scott is 0 for 1.
I'm not on my best game these days.
He is not. That's okay. We forgive you.
Well, you got 3 more at bats. I mean, 3 for 4 is a great batting average. So
absolutely.
You're good.
I'm killing it.
We'll
That's
go for
right.
2 out of 3.
So anyway, we are at Doc Crow's today,
Yes, we are.
and we are going to walk through, some things that John wants to share with us, and then we're also going to talk about what makes them unique, what makes them special, along with, obviously, sitting down and talking with Lucky 7 and what they're doing today, because we've been big fans of some of the stuff that they've released, and we want to kind of talk through some of the barrels that they brought with them and kind of go from there. So we'll start off with John, if you don't mind. Tell us a little bit about Doc Crow's, and then we're going to move right over to Lucky 7 and move from there.
Certainly. First, welcome to Doc Crow's. Doc's Bourbon Room, which is an associated brand, and next door to Doc Crow's traditional restaurant. We're one of the largest whiskey bars in the Western Hemisphere. We've got over 2,500 different whiskey expressions. Roughly 1,100 of those are bourbon. And as I mentioned, we are in the heart of Whiskey Row.
Good. So you have over 1,100 bourbons.
That's correct.
That's not enough. I don't know about you. I don't think that's enough.
I know. You have that much in your basement, right?
Maybe. In my office, actually.
All right.
I'm a little jealous every time I walk in here.
So JP, Mike, who wants to take the at-bat for Lucky 7? Tell us a little bit more about how you got started, who you are, what we're doing.
I'll say a thank you first here to John for getting us in to Doc Crow's. We're honored to be in there and honored to be on the podcast too. So
Happy to have you guys.
Pleasure, absolutely.
love it.
Yeah.
And then Mike's always he's the starter.
I'm the starter?
Yeah, because you start and then I wait for the things.
You've already technically started.
And then I
start with a thank you.
You started the thing.
All right.
So JP said he bats cleanup.
He bats cleanup. Yeah, I think.
So then I get to sit back.
JP's the lefty from the bullpen they bring in.
I'm setting myself for the easy job because then Mike, anything he misses, I can then fill it in. You know what I mean?
So we work.
You're already assuming he's missing things.
He does a great little.
Think of Maverick and Goose, basically.
So who dies?
I'm definitely Goose. I am definitely Goose, 100%.
If we just ruined that movie for you guys, I apologize.
Well, it's been far too long.
All right.
Yeah. All right, Maverick.
All right, I'll take the lead since I'm Maverick. I'm in the front of the jet. You're in the back of the jet. Lucky 7. John and I, we've been best friends since college. We both grew up in Chicago. We went to University of Illinois, Chicago, and we met early, and we became good friends, lifelong friends, and we've spent a lot of time together. And over the years, we started to really enjoy whiskeys and bourbons, and it got to a point where John was texting me pictures of bottles that he got in Chicago, and I was texting him bottles that I got in LA, and we decided to one day take a trip to the town of Louisville, and we were mesmerized. It was our first time here. We met a lot of great people. I mean, the people were just so welcoming and kind, and just open, doors always open. And so from those trips that we took to Kentucky, we met a lot of people that now became our, I would call them Lucky 7 team. We strictly source bourbon. We're not a distillery. We don't distill. So we were always looking for strictly Kentucky bourbon that's been aged appropriately. And what ends up happening is we get these barrels in, and we all collectively try everything. We decide what to do with them and how to treat them. There's a big process and the post-distillation process, I would call it. And we come out with these limited expressions. Currently we have 5. We have the Jokester, which is a 95 proof Kentucky bourbon. We have the Hold Up, which is a 100 proof Kentucky bourbon. And then we have what we're calling our Double Oak. It's the Holiday Toast.
And the Hold Up is 12 years old.
Yeah, sorry. It's a 12-year. Soon to be 14, actually. So the next batch will come out. It'll
Breaking
be
news.
14 year.
Breaking
the
news.
barrels are getting a little older.
Did you get that from Snoop? Hold up.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
we do a lot of that.
The
as
names,
a brand.
I should touch on that. The names, they're actually named after movies that we made. They're like 2-minute short films. Since our name is the namesake comes from the Lucky 7 stage in Hollywood, so we took the name Lucky 7, and just to have some brand continuity, we did these little short films. So every label you see, the Hold Up, the Jokester, the Holiday Toast, the Proprietor, all has a short film. The label actually peels open, and you can scan the QR code. It's just something fun we wanted to do, and it's not anything that we would want anyone to buy our bottle for. It's just a fun thing you can do at a bar, at a party, or something like that.
Parodies.
Yeah.
There were parodies over.
So similar,
famous scenes.
kind of similar to what 19 Crimes did with some of their
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That's
Yep.
called augmented reality, and that they have some very high tech like software that you can download an app. And ours is very simple. It's a QR code. It takes you right to it.
3
video,
movies,
yeah.
2 days in a bar
Yeah.
There you go.
in
Yeah.
Culver City. So that was with
That
some
sounds like a
with some
joke.
really
So, I was about to say, it sounds like a joke.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the start of a joke. But no, really great. Just working actors.
Yeah.
We had a really, really fun time doing it, and we're glad we did it. And we'll see if it lives on. But for sure, our early runs here, our first couple years in business, it's a part of us.
And one important team member is Ashley Barnes. We were fortunate to meet her early on when she was starting to do some freelance work. She came, I guess, her pedigree's from Four Roses. She worked under Jim Rutledge and learned a lot of great things over there. And we kind of clicked instantly, and her palate and our palate just all aligned, and we trust her taste implicitly. So she's been doing amazing work with our expressions, and so she's a big part of what we're doing. The last 2 expressions I'll just mention are our single barrels. It's called the Proprietor. Anything called the Proprietor is our single barrel. And they're all at cask strength, and these are barrels that we don't want to blend with anything, that they deserve to be on their own, so we leave them as a single barrel and offer those as single barrel expressions. So
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
And the bottle design is beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, I mean, it's got the movie ticket on there, so it really kind of tells the whole story on the bottle.
well, we were a little cautious at first. John and I always like nice things and nice watches, this and that. So we would.
You guys like nice
Yeah,
things?
we like to be fancy.
I had to sell them all.
Yeah,
starting a business.
I
buddy.
actually did sell my watches for this
What?
business.
Oh, hold on.
I did, really. I
I'm
swear to
sad
God.
I wasn't asked to buy some of it.
Yeah, I
And
didn't.
that is a true story. I sold my nice watches.
I'm
That's
not
amazing.
kidding too. I did the
Yes.
same thing. I had 2 Rolexes. I was saving them for my kids. I sold them so we could pay for some barrels and stuff. So that's how you guys start somewhere, right?
We assume you'll make those Rolexes back.
I hope so. I mean, that's the point.
Yeah,
right?
we're hoping.
I mean, I don't need a Rolex right now.
Yeah, you do. Everybody needs one.
Everyone's got an iPhone. You don't need a
No.
watch right now.
What happens when your phone dies?
I know you're right. Absolutely.
What a beautiful nose, by the way.
Yeah.
does.
What do you
Great
want?
transition
We're on
from
the holiday.
Rolexes to whiskey.
The bottle, yeah. We put
Hold up.
So we went fancy. We were hoping people wouldn't be scared. I know fancy bottles kind of deter the purist, because they're thinking, why is the bottle so fancy? If is the juice any good inside? That kind of mentality. But we
agree.
were just
But
like, we'll win them over. We'll when they start to try the juice and stuff too.
But it's
So,
also it's twofold, right? Because you don't want it to be too fancy, but what are you going to do that
Well,
has your bottle stick out on the
We're,
shelf, right?
Yeah.
we're not a distillery from the 1800s or 50s or 20s or what. That's not us. We're so we said we want a bottle that's worthy of the juice. And we really meant that, because whatever we put in a bottle, it's going to be really good. And even if it's not your perfect profile, it's going to be a good bourbon,
Yeah.
or whiskey, depending on what.
Well, I mean, anytime you're doing branding, right, it has to make sense. And if you're putting a quality product out there and you want something to really, really make that pop, you got to pick something that goes with it. And the bottle does. And the design, the fact that you all took the time to is that like a, what's the pattern called? It's like a jockey
Harlequin.
pattern.
Harlequin.
That was the inspiration. Jockey silks. You'll see that Harlequin pattern. So
Right.
that was our little, in a nostalgic movie type of bottle. It was a nice shout out to the state of Kentucky, I believe.
We did really like the look of the silks, and also like those old dusty bars, that have that kind of stained glass pattern on the windows.
Yeah.
They all had the Harlequin. So
Yeah.
I always liked that too. So I always thought this kind of alluded, to the silks and the old bars that everyone used to go to and love so much.
For those of you not watching on TV, it's like diamond shape. If you're not familiar with Harlequin, or you could look it up on Google.
Yeah, I mean the Harlequin, but like I said, jockey is silks is what I think of first thing, but I didn't know what the actual pattern was called. I just was like, it looks like a jockey silk.
Yeah,
I'm now
the
gonna
diamonds
have,
on top of diamonds, and
some people call it argyle, but it is truly technically a Harlequin pattern.
It is, yeah.
My
TV joke fell flat. I was expecting him to get.
It's okay, but we're all gonna have ads on our phones for this. Now.
I'm 0 for 1 too. I'm with you.
all
No,
right.
Scott's already over 3.
Is he?
Yeah, he's
Evidently.
been counting.
I didn't
Evidently.
realize that.
Yeah,
So, so let's walk us through these for a little bit, because I know we've all already had your very friendly pour of the 6-year-old expression, which I'm not mad about.
95 proof.
Yeah.
Kentucky distillery, unnamed.
Fantastic. Delicious.
It
stuff.
was a double gold winner at
ADI in Denver.
Yeah.
And that was a really big break for the brand, for me and Mike and the team, because we had heard rumblings of being on a pretty special table after the judging was completed. So we waited to hear officially from ADI, and it was double gold, and
That's amazing.
we were it kind of really helped start the brand for us, because at that point we were just launching. We sent the bottle in even before we had sales. We were building that, getting distribution lined up, and that was really catapulted us.
Yeah.
that
So explain in the grand scheme of things what that double gold then did for you guys from there, because it's obviously a great stamp and a great title to have on one of your first releases.
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through how that just blew up.
A lot of the people judging are professionals in the industry, and when I mean professionals, these are major buyers for like major liquor store chains, and so they witnessed firsthand how good the juice is and it can be. So I think just the fact that they physically tried it and scored it without knowing so highly made a big difference for us, and that's a lot of what kind of got us some momentum in the beginning, where we're getting orders and people are starting to recognize us and buy our product, get on the shelves.
Yeah.
and I think anyone who started a craft brand of any kind of alcohol brand, you always hear, okay, you getting that initial distribution is tough, and we had heard those stories, and we were preparing for that, and that really did help once we got that double gold award.
Yeah.
And a shout out to Benny's in everyone knows Benny's in Chicago
Chicagoland,
and all Illinois. I think they're up to 44 stores, but they made their first order.
It was a big, nice, good, big order
through a distributor, and that was our big break.
That's amazing. And here we are today.
Yep. And
So
they still
and then you
support
start to
us.
get calls from other states. When Benny's does something, people notice, and
So speak a little bit more in detail on distribution. Where are you currently distributed? How many states? Where are you located?
I believe we're in 13 states right now. We've been throttling back just to keep up with what we have, in terms of distribution, because, a lot of the stuff is limited, and, we want to make everyone happy. But we also have an e-commerce page on our website. We currently sell all the expressions on our website. For as long as we have them in stock, we'll keep it up. But we like to do that and keep everything, at there's the pop that we did.
That's it.
Work. Yeah. But we're in, I don't know.
So Kentucky, Illinois, Tennessee, New York,
New Jersey,
Massachusetts, Colorado.
Where else?
Pretty sure you're in Indiana, aren't you?
Not yet.
No, we're talking with someone
Okay.
right now in Indiana.
I thought I saw somebody.
Well,
Maybe I was in Illinois. I was like up near.
could be on the border.
I was about to say I was right there
Yeah.
on the border. I was near West Lafayette, but I was more like towards
Yeah.
But I might have been actually in Illinois and didn't realize it.
We always miss a couple states.
I know. I can never, but it's about 12 or 13 right now.
And this is going to be a key year for us too, because you look at the whole Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, right.
But you look at everything and you're saying, okay, there's high demand for the brand, and which we're thrilled with. We have a really good client base or customer base. They're really passionate about our brand as we are. But you look at everything and you're like, is more states better? Well, sometimes not. And are we lacking to get the proper amount in certain states that will help us grow. So there's that balance that's going to be huge for us in 22.
Absolutely. Anytime you have a limited supply of what you're getting, if you're not distilling your own, right, you're going out and you're going to the market and you're trying to find the best barrels you can and blend those and get those right. It's really hard to, it's a fine balancing act.
Yeah,
I kind of definitely understand that.
Yeah, and we kind of teeter on that a lot. I mean, we're trying to push it as hard as we can, but we don't want to sacrifice any type of quality. We want to make sure there's no shortages for, when we get a purchase order, we want to be able to fill it. So it's a fun struggle, but it's a struggle.
And we do have a 5-year plan for substantial growth each year. And also we work with Monica Wolf as well, along with Ashley Barnes as their Kentucky team.
Is there any intention to start contract distilling at any point, or do you think that you guys will pretty much stay where you're at?
No, we would love to start throwing down some new fills. I was told, that there's no contracts available until like 2026 or something like that because of the demand for bourbon. But we're starting to meet some newer, distilleries opening up, and we're starting to have those calls with them, like, can we get a fill date with you guys and yada yada. But we would love to have our.
We're working our way
new
down younger and younger as time goes by. So
absolutely,
it's in the plan.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, it's just we got to find the right partner to work with, and
absolutely,
yeah.
Kentucky
really
distillate
cute.
just makes
You guys-
things a little bit more difficult at times, I feel like.
But that was really cute. They looked at each other in the eyes when they said that.
like for approval.
Yeah.
Did you see us hold hands?
Yeah, I did
too?
actually. A little under the table action going on there.
Whoa. Okay.
So I always
kicking feet. All right.
Locking big toes.
I always tell people that you don't ever really want to say you have a favorite kid, right? But sometimes you have a favorite kid.
It's funny you're going there because I was just asked that upstairs and last night.
I've never been asked that.
I'll go first.
Did you give a different answer
this
to
trip.
both people because that would be funny.
So what I say,
I would love this.
so we have 14-year-old single barrel. We did a 12-year-old, and those are the same barrels. It's just they got older.
Right.
So 14, and we have our blue label proprietor. So anything single barrel is a proprietor. Okay, but the 6-year-old single barrel proprietor is a blue label. Anything 12 or older would be the white label of the proprietor. The Holiday Toast, which has been amazing for us, and the 6-year-old Jokester, and the 12-year-old Hold Up has the black label. Now, I think I told you this, Mike, the other day.
Really?
There's something about the Hold Up, the 12-year-old 100 proof.
Yeah.
That's my little baby. That's the one that, hey, the other kids are off, they're at practice, and it's just me and the Hold Up. We're going to go do something kind of special together.
A lot of times it's under his pillow in his bed.
No, but I do.
Tooth
I really,
Fairy's
that's
not
my.
getting this
That
today.
would be because I with the black label. Yeah, we're geeky about all this, about how we talk about it. But so are our customers. We're all into bourbon and we have fun with it, right? So it has the black label, and I always refer to it as that black leather jacket that you bought, but it doesn't really break into like 3 years, 4 years later.
Right.
That's the 12-year.
That's the
12-year Hold Up for me.
But it'll last forever.
Mike,
Favorite, man. I love them all the same, but
I do too.
But what made me the most
Guys, we all know
Nobody
that's not a
believes that.
legitimate answer.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. I'm the most proud of the Holiday Toast because that's something we actually had a hand in creating. So we sourced the bourbon, but deciding what to do with the secondary barrel, toasting it, charring it, aging, finishing it, and it having it come out the way it did is very. It makes me so proud because
Totally agree.
That's something that we created. It was like our little Frankenstein baby, sort of.
I really like the nose on it.
So I agree. I love your Holiday Toast.
Yeah.
There's one barrel in particular I really love, but we won't get into
We're
that
holding
right
it
now.
for you,
We
don't
won't
worry.
get into that. But out of all the products I've had, right? I mean, I've got your 6-year, your 12-year, your 14-year at home. But your Holiday Toast, I do not have at home because we drank it all. And so that's how we know it's
problem.
That's how we know
we
it's a
get
favorite.
that. Honestly, we get that a lot.
Yeah.
And people are buying it year round too.
Yeah, it was a holiday.
Listen, it's a
release.
holiday all year,
I
right?
mean, there is. You can 4th of July is a holiday, right? So why?
Yeah.
Yesterday was a holiday too.
Exactly.
Why not?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. I
yeah.
like the Holiday Toast.
We
So-
enjoy it. It
fact-
gives you a nice hug. You get a nice warm hug
We've
from
been
it.
told Kentucky hug, and that's the ultimate compliment.
Yeah.
So I want to take this in a little different manner, right? So we have your expressions here. let's say you were to make a cocktail with one of these expressions. What cocktail do you make, and why do you pick that expression for it? I love JP's pours, by the way. I know no one can see this
guy's nuts,
but you want him to be your bartender.
I don't. A question. Oh, cocktails.
Cocktails.
I think originally when we were coming out with all these expressions, we had thought our mindset was like the jokester. We're gonna have that as the lowest proof, and it's going to be the most accessible, approachable. I'd call it, and that's something we'd be okay with making a cocktail. Anything else, I am not cool with making cocktails out of it. You know, these should be neat
Love
pours.
that answer. Love that answer.
Okay.
Yeah, but.
Everyone's going to make a cocktail with. Everyone could make a cocktail with.
Yeah,
anything, right?
I mean,
obviously, if you make a 14-year bourbon into a cocktail, you have bigger issues than that.
Sure,
but
I just because like it, the hold up, right? It's 100 proof. That's been tuned to that flavor, and that we cut it to the 100 because we absolutely agreed unanimously that it's delicious at 100 proof. So if you're paying that price for a bottle and you're just gonna go put it in a cocktail, I mean you can. It's gonna be great, but you're not gonna get the experience of what we did in that bottle. You really want to at least taste it, neat first, and then do whatever you want to do with it. I mean, sometimes if I want to drink for a long, if I know I'm drinking like all night, I'm not gonna drink neat poured. I'll have an ice cube or I'll cut it a little bit with water or something like that. But
I'm looking for the name of that dessert. I'm going to get in trouble for this because there's a name for this. And we were at Repeal. I was with Monica Wolf, and we said no dessert. But then our wonderful waitress, she was unbelievably good. She came and surprised us, just 2 small coffee cups with a tiny little scoop of vanilla ice cream in each one.
Yeah.
A shot of espresso.
Yeah.
Over it.
Oh.
Then a 2-ounce pour of the holiday toast.
An affogato.
That's it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Then
I have no idea where I pulled that from.
She poured a little in one, a little in the other, and then she said, and then the rest for when you guys are done. And that was good.
So I've never actually
the
had
holiday toast pairs
delicious.
perfectly.
I've never
with that.
had that with whiskey, although I know what I'm going to try when I go home tonight.
I'm telling you, the holiday
No,
toast.
but now I have to buy a new bottle of holiday toast.
It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just like something
I know somebody that can help me.
We
Who might that be?
originally intended for that's why I call it the holiday toast. It's a toasted barrel and it's for the holidays, and that's the cute name we came up with. But we sell it all year long because everyone keeps buying it.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Great flavor profile.
Yeah, we're happy with it.
You have that nice kind of double oaked flavor with it. You got a little bit of spice.
Yep. That was another. We were Ashley just once again doing her magic. With her little wand. Getting it dialed in for us.
Honestly, I mean, guys like you, our team, I'm sounding like I'm promoting the state of Kentucky because I am. It's just
should be.
Our competitors. We're friendly with our competitors. It's me and Mike were involved with jobs. I was in trucking my whole life. Me and my brothers owned a trucking company. He was the valet king of Chicago, not the sausage king.
Abe Froman,
not the sausage king like Abe Froman, but he was the valet king. And bad days were really, really bad days. In those jobs, like bad days, and what we're doing now are almost good days compared to what we used to do. So we really love every day of our new jobs. I guess we'll say. Him and I, John and I, made a pact. We're like, if we're gonna do this, we got to make sure it's gonna be fun and that we enjoy it, because we've worked in careers that we didn't love so much, and this was, always love the people, but just what comes with those jobs.
Yeah,
God bless them, but tough.
So the holiday toast, I'm going to go back to that a little bit. I'm drinking it, kind of going through it. Just the nose on this thing.
It's so good.
Magnificent. It really is.
The nose is fantastic. It's almost like a toasted old fashioned or a smoked old fashioned in a glass without
Brown
any
sugar and honey and maple.
So,
it is.
Yep.
So 2 things to add to that.
And then the
one,
oak, that smoky flavor.
Yeah. One, it's really bad to drink that one before the other ones, just in case.
Well, we were sort of working up on proof here. So that's
I
how
know, but that ruins it because you're just like, man, that's so good.
Yeah.
It really is good.
And second, I actually made, don't judge me for this, I made an old fashioned with that.
Which one? The
holiday
So
spice.
that would be interesting. I should.
So good.
I think you might have done a good thing there.
We had we did some smoked cherry with it as well, and then we actually
I'd like to try that actually.
and then we smoked it with some bourbon chips, right? and it was to die
Man,
for.
okay.
All right, Matt.
Now you taught me something.
We're gonna do that.
I mean,
I was going to say, if I was going to
Y'all
make a
come
cocktail
over.
out of any of the ones I've tried so far, it would be that one because I think it would really, really
It would
hold
come,
up.
come through.
Yeah, it
yeah.
would still come through.
Yeah,
No
I mean,
doubt.
It's it's like ryes come through a lot from them. People use those in cocktails a
We're
lot.
officially endorsing the holiday toast for cocktails.
Yes.
We are. So,
I'm
on a-
taking back my words.
on a
that-
side note, I do not see any rise on this flight.
Mhm.
No.
You guys have any intention in expanding into that area, or
funny.
I've always wanted a rye expression,
Yeah.
and John's always been like, no, let's just stick with Kentucky bourbon for now. And every opportunity I have, I'm like, we need a rye. So we're just waiting. We kind of
I've come around.
We've passed up a couple nice opportunities just because we didn't have enough capital at the time.
Sure.
But so to answer your question, yes, you will
Yes,
see.
it's talked about a
We
lot.
already have the name of the expression, and we already have the label.
can we share the name
Yeah,
of it?
you want to? Can we?
Is that
No,
okay?
because I think that's it's gonna change completely. I think.
The name? Oh, okay.
Right?
Well, I don't
If
know.
you think
I
about
thought it
it.
was going to be. I thought we were going to call it something else. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't.
We'll
say
table that till later.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah, I
table it.
guess. Okay.
To the next conversation.
No, go,
So-
do it.
Well, we were
Do
thinking of
it.
just calling it the sidekick because it's not our bourbon, it's not in our wheelhouse, but it's sort of like something delicious that we wanted to offer, and it's sort of kind of like our sidekick. So we were
Call
just
it
gonna
Robin.
we were gonna title it the sidekick.
boy one.
So will you guys focus
Yeah.
towards
What
the
is it?
Green
Kentucky
label.
rye?
It's a green label. You might as well call it Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Is it DC? We don't need them.
Oh yeah,
You
we don't
know.
need that lawsuit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they might be happy.
No,
Yeah,
nobody's
I don't
ever
think
happy
it doesn't
about
work that way.
stealing
Yeah.
somebody's
Well,
name.
We've come across some obviously Indiana rides. It's pretty it's an abundance, I'd call it, and I think you can get it quite easily, but we want the older stuff like the 8-year or 10-year.
Everybody wants the older stuff.
That we think
Yeah, join the club, right?
and
Thankfully.
we would love
Good
to answer your
line.
question, Kentucky rye. So
Oh, that would be fun.
and that's kind of what's taking
Yeah,
us a
it'll
long
be-
time because we really haven't found like the one we want.
No.
We want it always to be a little different than
Right.
what's on the shelves, and we haven't found it yet.
I just feel like with it's not even a resurgence with the trajectory that rye is taking on right now, and everybody's kind of like, ooh, Maryland rye, Pennsylvania rye, Indiana
Yeah.
rye, Kentucky rye.
Yep.
I mean, there's like a ton of them. So that being said, it's just really, really crazy when you
Yeah.
look at what would you choose, right? So
I'm so excited to offer a rye. I
Mike's been
cannot
excited
wait.
since day one. I'm
I've been
serious.
dreaming
And I'm-
about that
I'm
green
good with
label.
it,
Yeah.
but and he definitely
Yeah.
has gotten me
No,
excited
I
about it.
do
But yeah,
love-
he's always wanted a rye for
I do
sure.
love a good rye, man.
Yeah, I do
too.
It'll be out there one
So-
of these days soon.
So I think it's great. I think all the expressions you guys have are phenomenal. I love your market exposure. I love how open you guys are about what you do and how creative you are about it as well. Plus, I mean, in my opinion, you guys are modest about the bottle, but the bottle says a lot about your brand because when a consumer doesn't know who you are, but they see it on the shelf, it stands out. And that's really hard and really crucial for a lot of distilleries. So kudos to that
Thank you.
because
Yeah,
it's very
thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've always wanted to say as much as we can.
Yeah,
we
and I think you did.
and we like, and just even as bourbon fans in general, I kind of like when we hear about kind of those walls being torn down. Where you can talk freely, but there's certain things obviously we can't.
Yeah.
But just when you see percentages of what people put in stuff, I enjoy that as a bourbon connoisseur.
Yeah.
We haven't done that, but I'm just saying because that's not our product. But I'm enjoying the direction of the bourbon market.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some fun
companies.
stuff coming too. We got some experimental stuff. We're finishing in a couple different casks.
Oh,
and-
really?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
We're gonna.
So-
I don't know.
we're
I mean,
gonna
No
keep-
idea.
Can it?
So
we're gonna keep wowing you guys. So
So anyway, I appreciate you guys being on here. Appreciate you guys sharing everything with us. Leave the listeners with one final thought before we head off here. What would it be?
So with the brand, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but from day one, we're passionate, obviously, like any brand builder. But we wanted our consumers to trust anything we put in a bottle, and I think we're on that right trajectory to having our customers believe that. So that's been really, really important to us, and we're we have the final say on how it tastes, along with our team.
Technically,
And,
Ashley is the final say.
You know what, Ashley? She tees us
That's
up.
great.
No, she tees us up, and then we collectively, as a group, have the final.
But we
say.
do listen to whatever Ashley does.
We absolutely. We're not stupid. I mean, I actually, we're kind of stupid, but we're not stupid in that way, you know. But yeah, I would say you can definitely trust anything we put in a bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's a
if
good
somebody
point.
wants to find you guys, how do they contact you? How do they reach you?
The best way is just easy email, hi@lucky7spirits.com.
That's amazing.
It's on our website.
It's just hi.
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 Yeah.
H.I..
Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. H-I. Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
okay.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Hi at lucky7.com.
Lucky Seven Spirits,
Spirits.
all spelled out.
Lucky7spirits.com.
Unfortunately, we
All right.
had to get the long
Yeah, we want to
domain
try to
name.
get
but
Gotta go with it all, right?
all the
Short.
trials and tribulations of being an entrepreneur. You know, you
Yep.
can't get the domain you want always, but
Do you guys have a location where people can actually visit you or things like that?
not right now. We're working on something physical. I mean, obviously, we don't have a distillery or anything you could visit, but we'd love
Yeah.
to be in a tasting room or something, just kind of that we would call home. We're working on it.
You can find us in Doc Rose. You can find us
Yeah.
at Repeal. You
Repeal
can find us
Steakhouse.
at
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Neat.
They
Yeah.
really are in a good way.
Scott and Matt's house.
We
Yeah.
love.
We'll smoke
They are at Scott
cigars.
and Matt's house as well.
Yeah.
No, we love.
We're
We
pretty
love
accessible.
being about town, and we fill and store our barrels at Bardstown Bourbon Company.
Yeah,
so
so we're
we had
there a
lunch
lot.
there yesterday. It's an amazing partnership. So yeah,
No, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, Bardstown they've been great to us, and
Amazing.
We
Yeah.
call them our partners. I don't know if
They do too.
call us their
No,
partners.
Susie
but,
said that yesterday.
Oh,
She
that's
said-
good.
she
Yeah.
said that
We
we're
had
partners.
We had
So-
a lovely lunch. Thanks to Susie there, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Right.
Well, good deal. Well, thanks so much for joining us today, you guys, and we'll definitely have to reschedule another conversation to kind of
Absolutely.
tell us about where you're going.
We'd love
'cause
that.
since you got some finishes coming out, I want to be able to taste those and let people know what you got going on there. So. This is, I guess we're going to sign off. If you want to find Bourbon Barrel Talk, you can. You can email us at bourbonbarreltalk@gmail.com. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all those good things. You can also message us through any of those accounts, and we'll get back with you if you have any questions. If you have any questions for Lucky 7 Spirits, you can also hit them up at the, hi at Lucky
Hi
7
at
Spirits.
lucky7spirits.com.
And they'll be able to answer those questions for you, or if you want to send it to us, and we'll get in touch with these two fine gentlemen, and hopefully we'll get you an answer back. This is Scott, Matt, JP, Mike, and John signing off. Peace
Thanks,
out.
guys.
Bye, guys.
We should have been